But because I love plants so much, I can deal with my family.
Oh, there you go. But you know what? You travel the world and we get to reap the beauty and the benefits. And what you do at Roberta's is you bring us something truly special. And that's where we're coming to now. This is my pick of the show. This is Fragrant. This is beautiful, and look at these gorgeous colors. It's M49134. You're getting 6 pieces here of the Penny Series Viola. What is it that makes these different from the other violas that are out and about that we may find?
When spring rolls around every year, I see hundreds of people, because I live very close to a nursery, hundreds of people every day pile in to buy their annual bedding plants. Now, Viola is a choice number 1 for that because they bloom for a very long time, about 5 months. They're very easy to maintain. They have these cheery little pretty flowers, you know, lots of spring colors involved. The problem is you have to buy them every year. Okay. Why would you do that to yourself? I mean,
that seems kind of like a lot of work, I'm just saying.
Yeah, every year you're gonna, and the thing about violas is when you get them at the stores, they're real tiny things. You gotta put hundreds of them in your yard to make an effect. Here, what we have is a perennial blooming viola. That means you plant this collection one time in your life. It will come back on its own after winter every year. Will produce flowers like you see here. These flowers are also bigger than the violas that you have at the stores that don't come back year after year.
So you're getting a perennial. So it takes the care out of having to worry about replanting year after year. You're getting bigger flowers than you get on the annual, and you're also getting an amazingly soft, it's a honey type fragrance, absolutely beautiful. And this is 6 pieces for $32.98. That breaks down to like $5.49 a piece. These are really gorgeous. And how about care? Because I'm all about these. Are they easy to take care of?
The great thing is they're just as easy or easier than their annual relatives. I mean, the thing is, we have our annual violas, we put them in the ground. There's not much to worry about maintenance because we know they're going to die in October, September, whenever it's going to get cold. These, however, in September, October, when you get that first frost, they're going to die back, but they're not going to die totally. Now, they like a part day to full day sun. To produce flowers that size with that quantity, you need to make sure that you're putting them in a condition where they're going to have at least a part day sun. With less than that, they're not going to have enough juice to really bloom for you.
Got it. So 6 pieces, $32.98. We've seen them in a couple of different ways of planting. We've got them here in the planters. We saw them in kind of the bigger dish planter, the window boxes, and we've seen them in the ground. Does it matter where we put them as long as we're putting them where they're getting the sun?
They're so versatile. I mean, just like their annual brethren, you can put these anywhere. I mean, they are naturally small plants, but surprisingly, the perennial varieties are about twice as large as the ones that you'll find at the store. The flowers are bigger. They're very fragrant. I've never seen a fragrant viola. They're genuinely honey sweet. And the thing about these, we've had these in the greenhouse for a year. They're ready to grow. Look at that root system. You do not find that at the garden stores. I mean, because I know how they're doing it. They take a little seed or a little piece of tissue culture, put it in a pot, and after 3 weeks, it looks like a big plant, but what's inside the pot is almost nothing. It's just like a carrot. You got all this green coming out of the soil, but the actual carrot is very, very tiny. What we're doing, we're giving you a large root system with a large plant above the root system.
This is just, it's easy, it's beautiful, it's perennial, so instead of having to go out and get them every year, it will come back year after year. You're getting the bigger flowers, and you're getting 6 pieces here for $32.98. That really, when you do the numbers, it's like $5.49 a piece. This is, again, a final quantity of the year story. And how many have been picked up already, Tony? I believe that maybe about 300 have been picked up this morning. So go ahead, get them. Think about the window boxes. Maybe you've never done the window boxes. What a beautiful way to do it. And when we talk about the fragrance, you said it beautifully, Derek. It's that soft honey scent. So put them in the window box, and then every time you open that window and that spring summer breeze blows in, that scent wafts into your home.
Yeah,
it is unbelievably clean and fresh, and just ever so slightly sweet. It is absolutely beautiful.
This is your window bedding.
Okay.
This is what you're gonna put right around your mailbox or lining your driveway. What you're gonna put, outside your house where everyone sees your violas. These are gonna bloom for 4.5 months every year. The annual violas, they bloom for 4.5 months every year. These are gonna give you flowers that are fragrant, they're large sized, but they come back every year. If you like violas and every year you're going out and buying them, putting them in the ground, watering them, and then watching them die, try these. Try one set. You're gonna put them in once, and you're gonna find they have bigger flowers, better colors, a fragrance, and the plants are sturdier. They're just more tolerant and tough due to the good genetics.
Well, and if you can make life easier, why not? And you're doing it for $32.98. More than 400 have now been picked up. You're getting that set of 6, and within that set of 6, you're going to have these beautiful, beautiful pops of colors in the canary yellows, in the orchids, in the orange, the rose, the multicolor. Look at how that is just a bouquet of beauty. And at your home.
It's so easy. I mean, everyone loves violas because they're so easy to grow. These are the same. The only difference is that they will survive the winter. These colors also, Katie, I want to mention, you don't see colors like this in the store-bought varieties. The reason why is, along with hybridizing violas for many years to get the proper, winter hardy qualities, we've also specified what kind of colors we want. The hues of blues, the lilacs and the creams, all these colors, they're actually painstakingly thought out and planned and designed into the flowers that you're going to get home.
Well, keep in mind, you're getting this home, the set of 6, for $32.98. I think that the fact that they're perennial versus annual, and then there's the fragrance. You're able to see these beautiful pictures on your television screen, and you see the pops of color, and you see how beautifully, to me, this just says spring, summer, but then you get to smell them. And that's one of those moments where I think we really appreciate the beauty of flowers, because it's not just, the beauty of the eye, it's all of the senses that it awakens, and the smell is so soft, and it's like that slight touch of sweet honey, when you think about that. And then imagine that in your home every day as the windows are open and as we're getting this in. And because you can put these in window boxes or containers, keep them close to where those windows and those screen doors are. 500 have now been picked up. And this to me is why you shop with Roberta's and why we're so proud to bring you Roberta's Unique Gardens here at QVC. This is something you will not necessarily find at your local nursery.
And the thing about violas, people love them, Katie, because they have such a long bloom period. I mean, 4.5 months, that's a long time. They're cheap, you put them in the ground, it's easy to do, and you're gonna have a lot of flowers. This is the same. I mean, you're gonna have 4.5 months of flowers, but you only have to put them in the ground once. That's the idea.
That's the beauty of it, because you know what, as much as we love our gardens, how many of us really have the time to come back? And if you can do something that you do once and then it will come back for you, you don't have to go back and plant again. And you said, Derek, that these are bigger flowers than you get on the annual anyway.
And they're fragrant. I mean, I personally only plant perennials. The reason why is I don't want to worry first day of spring, I got to compete with everyone at this store. I got to get my car dirty. I got to take the time to go there.
I know.
And I know I'm going to buy more than I need. So it's just like clean, it's simple, and you do it once.
Well, exactly, and we're delivering it right to your door. You make such a good point. We were talking about that earlier. Why would you have to get the car dirty, and why would you have to go take the time and wait in line and then stand there? And if you're new to gardening, you're saying, I'm not even sure where I begin. Let us take a lot of that work out of it for you. Roberta's puts together these beautiful collections. We're able to bring it right to your door. It's $32.98, so you're paying about $5.49 for each piece. If you use your Q card, you're able to break that down into 3 monthly payments of $10.99. And keep in mind, you don't even have to worry about when is it time for me to go get these. I'm not even sure, because we'll ship this home to you when it's time in your area.
Yep. And okay, little care facts about
Yes, please.
viola, because we all know about viola, but there's a whole new dimension now that we're going to have them stay in the ground over the winter and come back during the spring. So you're going to take care of them just like your regular violas. Put them in the ground wherever you like to normally put them. They have the same, desire in terms of sun and water, and all that is their annual counterparts. However, in the winter time, just simply let them die back. Springtime comes around next year, they're gonna pop out of the ground and you're gonna say, wow, this is awesome. I did this last year and my violas are coming up now, and that's gonna happen year after year. So expect that long 4.5 month bloom period out of your perennial violas. You're not gonna lose any flower power for that winter consistency.
Well, and that's fantastic. And then it's just like, you're throwing a welcome home party when they come back every spring. So we do have an update for you. We started off with 1,100 this season. Fewer than 400 now remain. And this is the final quantity of the season. So look at the yellows and the purples, and look at the oranges and those fuchsias, and think about where would you love to have them. But that's just what you're seeing when you get these home and they start to bloom. The fragrance is just, to me, it completely embodies spring. It is that softness, that warmth, that kind of light, easy breeze.
Yeah, the colors are amazing.
Yep.
And the thing is that blows my mind, because I work with a lot of plants, I see varieties that were traditionally an annual plant that somebody turned into perennial and totally lost the flower quality.
Really the heart of what it was all about.
Yeah, because you normally give or take. If you're going to have a winter hardy capacity out of a traditionally non-winter variety, then you're going to lose something else to make up for that winter hardy. But here we've got everything that we want. We've got winter hardy, perennial, awesome colors, fragrant, bigger flowers, different kinds of colors that you haven't seen before, designer varieties. So you're getting really all the best at a one-time plant.
Well, exactly. It's kind of like the Viola 2.0. Like, you've taken the best parts of it and now we've expanded upon it and made it easier, bigger flowers, 6 pieces for $32.98. And this is one of those, the thing that I love about it as someone who's new to the scene here, there's versatility because you've got lots of different places you can put them. So if you can pick up multiple sets, I think that's a great idea, because how many windows do you have? How many window boxes? Maybe line them around, the outside of the deck, but you can also use these in the ground as well.
Yeah, that's a really great idea. I mean, I'm happiest about the window planting because I don't have a large space where I currently live, and these do great for those window beddings. But like you said, if you want to put these just in a mass bedding, or you want to put them, lining very meticulously down a walkway, they're great because they're going to bloom all summer. Wherever you put these, you're not going to be lacking for color because they're going to be blooming May to the first frost every year. And that's something you can depend on, because a lot of flowers, they may bloom a month, maybe 2.
Yep.
Summer is a long time.
Summer is.
You want to fill that whole space with a beautiful looking garden. Why would you put something that's just going to bloom for half the time, or put something that was going to bloom for the whole time but then die afterwards?
Well, exactly. These will come back year after year, and I just think the fragrance is so inviting and so soft. It's not overpowering at all. It's not that super, super sweet. It's just like a light, powdery, sweet scent that really just kind of catches the nose, catches the eyes. We have fewer than 300 left, and that's all we have for the season. I'm thinking put these in a pot right by the front door, so every time you're walking in, there they are. Put them, if you've got that kitchen window, we're always in the kitchen, you're always at the sink. If you've got these, take full to partial sun. So if your kitchen window's in that sunny part of the house, put these in a window box right outside the window. And when you're doing the dishes, when you're prepping dinner, when you're getting, things ready for breakfast or for that big summer barbecue, you get to look out and see the beauty, but you also get to appreciate and enjoy that scent of spring and summer that these just kind of hand delivered right to your door.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to reiterate what you said about these violas that we're looking at. They're winter hardy.
Yep.
They're not their annual brethren that they're going to die after the bloom season is over. They're going to come back every year with the same amount of flowers or more as the ones that you get down the street and you buy, every spring. These are a great collection in any garden, in my opinion, because of the cheerful colors, the fragrance, the ease of growth, and just the way that they meander and spread through the garden.
Well, fewer than 150 are left. This is it for the season.
Wow.
When we're talking about this beautiful collection of the Viola 6 pieces, $32.98. You get the canary yellow, the orchid, the orange, the rose, the violet. It is a burst of beauty that's perennial with bigger flowers and an unbelievably sweet, sweet scent. add it to your garden, add it to your window.